Welcome to the Nagual Zone. I'm Anaam. Today we discuss a deceptively important topic. The topic of chasing the drug of happiness and good feelings. Or you can call it chasing the drug of happiness and fun. It's a very, very important topic because whilst the whole Toltec world is busy turning themselves into parrots and donkeys and deers and coyotes and owls and bats, and that's what people want to do in the Toltec world, and go live on the moon and then come back and all this pretty much nonsensical stuff. These are the important things that make a warrior. And you can either invest your precious time and energy learning how to become a donkey or a raccoon or something, or a platypus, or you can invest your remaining precious time in this realm learning these concepts and learning to apply them. The content, the stuff that's in the Nagual Zone videos. At least you can start from there. So why is something that you want so badly? You want to be happy, don't you? Everyone wants to be happy. Look around you. Ask people, would you like to be happy? Everyone will say, yeah, I'd love to be happy. Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, everyone wants to be happy. However, you get a very different response if you ask a warrior, do you want to be happy? You have a very, very different response. Now, let me preface that by how this topic even came about. This topic came up twice in the last couple of weeks, and because I ended up saying the same things and reorienting in the same way, I thought it'd be a great idea to put this in video, because if two people are going off track with it, then surely a lot more people can benefit from reorienting themselves on this topic of happiness and fun. I was talking to a friend and the conversation was all about she wanted a man in her life or a partner, life partner, that kind of thing. Fantastic. I wanted a life partner at one point and I manifested one. So we were discussing that, and then in the end I asked her, so what's the end goal? What's the end goal? What can you see in your mind as the end goal, game in your relationship with this amazing man that you will meet? And she said, to have fun. Now, if normally, that's a great answer. Of course, you want to have fun, right? To me, that was an insane answer. It was an answer born out of two things: ignorance and entitlement. And I'll explain why. There's nothing wrong with having fun in a relationship, obviously not at all. But that can't be the end goal. That can't be the end game we're shooting for in a relationship or in a job or in a whatever, in your path with heart, whatever. Can't be the end game. You're setting yourself up for great disappointment and miseries if that is your end game. The other time, another friend of mine, we were having a discussion and she said, I'd like to take care of business and I'd like to take care of happiness. I said, I'd rather take care of presents. And then we had a discussion after that. But these are very relevant reorientations, because the end game of fun and happiness, which is the same thing, and the end game of taking care of business and happiness, there's no good ending there. Even though it promises a happily ever after, it's an absolute Disney fantasy. There's no good ending there. Warriors do something very different. Now, in order to manifest a generally happy state of being, I'm happy with this, I'm happy with my life, there is a prerequisite that absolutely needs to be in place. If that prerequisite isn't in place, then you will experience the chasing happiness as a drug junkie, that you need that drug to get away from the misery of your life. But as soon as you partake of that drug, more misery will follow, which will then make you chase happiness even more intensely. It's like looking for that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and you find that it can never be done. Happiness. Let's start with fun. For most people, I'll tell you, in this day and age, fun and entertainment are one and the same thing. So you could say that if my end game in a relationship was, fun, have fun, you could say that what I'm also saying is that it has to be entertaining to me. In this day and age, no one is having fun unless they're entertained, correct? There's no room for argument here. This is not debate, it's not a philosophical debate. Look around you and you verify this for yourself. Look inside yourself, verify it around you. People don't know the difference between fun and entertainment. You know why? 20 years of staring at screens will do that to you. Your father, you, and the subsequent generations. Entertainment and fun are exactly the same thing. Father, mother, whatever, the previous generation, right? This is why fun cannot be an end result, an end game. Same with happiness. You start taking care of your happiness, absolutely, verify this for yourself in your life. Take care of your happiness as you know best, however you know best. You will find that you're running towards more and more entertainment. That's all you're doing. That's your definition of happiness. Really, try it. Verify it for 1 year. Constantly chase happiness in your life. Whatever your definition of happiness is, chase it. Actively and aggressively chase it. Invest time, energy, money in it, in manifesting it, and then tell me that you did not manifest entertainment instead. The problem is fun and happiness, good feelings. They're exactly the brainwashing the parasite has given you, that the pharmaceuticals cartel feeds on. What is a pharmaceutical cartel? What do? They tape up the symptom and charge you money for it. So when you are doing something about the symptoms and ignoring the cause, you will never be rid of the disease, right? It's the same thing. Happiness and fun are symptoms of something else. They are qualities, There, you can't chase the quality. You have to create the character attribute first, which will then give these symptoms as a byproduct. That's where the insanity is. That's where the reorientation is. So if you ask a warrior, what would you like in your life? A genuine warrior would say two things: being present in each moment of his or her life. Actually being there, because you can have a lot of fun, but not be there, right? And to work diligently and impeccably towards their own freedom. These are the two chief concerns. And they are both, you could say, two sides of the same coin. The priorities of a warrior are very radically different than the priorities of the average man. And I'm here to tell you to reorient your priorities. Don't chase after fun, happiness. So what is the bedrock I was talking about that will result in these things automatically? The bedrock can be best described as contentment. You see, happiness is always something that you're getting from the outside. That made me happy, that made me happy, feeling good made me happy, today's day went really well, it made me happy, meeting her made me happy, meeting him made me happy, got a job, I'm so happy, right? But you cannot equate contentment from anything outside. You're either content in yourself or you're not, or you're discontent. So that is a great bedrock to shoot for first. Contentment has to do with being okay with what you have. Wouldn't you say that? There's no way to be content if you're not okay with what you have. So you have to be completely okay with what you have. That's contentment. Then you can start chasing happiness, and you will see that it won't be a drug, you won't be a slave to it. It'll be a very different experience for you. So focus on cultivating being content in each moment. There's only one way to be content in each moment. There's only one way. You have to learn to be present and aware of yourself, your surroundings in each moment. If you're walking down the street, you got earphones on with trap music going on, or trance music, or some cocaine music basically, you've blocked out all sounds around you. On top of that, you're doing this on your phone with your neck at an unnatural angle. Apparently it's called text neck nowadays, text neck. If you've got it, good luck. So now you're completely enclosed. The parasite has you in its digital, it's like there's a torture technique where they take a plastic bag and wrap it over your head so you can't breathe, and they pull it from here and you can't breathe, and then they take it off. And the parasite's got you in its digital plastic thing, and you don't even know it. You actually prefer that you prefer that torture. My apprentices are banned from all this nonsense, earphones, and especially wireless, so that your incredibly sensitive and powerful nerves that run along your jawline, your gums, all of that is, you're getting solid bits of electromagnetic interference and radiation poisoning your own mandibles. listening to cocaine music that's on 440 hertz. If that's not, I mean, you gotta laugh, isn't it? It's foolish beyond belief. So there's no way for that person to be content at that point. If you ask them, are you content right now? And they say, yeah, I'm very content, scrolling on Instagram and blocking out the entire world around me. That's a sorry definition of contentment indeed. Only an insane person would say they're content at that point. A warrior cannot, that's not a warrior, right? Be present and alert and relaxed in each moment. Just relax. Relax. Learn that. Learn it. You have practiced being stressed in each moment for a lifetime. You'll have to unlearn that. Once you have practiced being present in each moment in a relaxed and alert way, you will then experience an ongoing sense of contentment, rather than an ongoing sense of unease and anxiety in the background. That ongoing, constant, relentless sense of unease and anxiety that runs in you in the background can only really, its impact can only be felt when it's gone. That's when you will know, wow, I had no idea. Now that it's gone, it was so powerful, constantly there. Once you are content, it's only a matter of time before you move into experiences in your life that produce happy feelings in you. But none of that comes by chasing happiness. So, don't do things backwards. Learn. Think for yourself. All this is common sense. Think for yourself. As far as the warriors amongst you are concerned, I've done videos. There was one video I did titled, Why Am I Here? And the only viable answer a warrior can give to that question, why am I even here? Why do I exist? Is I'm here to train. Okay? I'm here to train. And the first thing you're here to train is to be present, relaxed, and alert in each moment, as much as possible for you. Because if that is not in place, what's the point of anything else? You tell me. If you're not even there in your own life, what's the point of chasing anything for you? You can get many things. You can get the dream man, you can get dream job, you can get dream house, dream car, whatever your dream things are. You can get them all, but if you're checked out, what's the use? However, someone who does not have any of those things, but they are present, alert, relaxed in each moment, which then breeds contentment in their spirit, don't you think that that's a much more desirable state of being? This will also have a happy outcome for you in that it will inoculate you against the great disease of the times. Consumerism, consume, to consume, gluttony. In the Christian tradition, it's the sin of gluttony, to endlessly consume. It's broken, throw it away. I order one more from Amazon, made in China, next day delivery. Fantastic. Why bother with preserving anything or treating anything well? Why? Well, get another one. Consumerism, that mentality is only entitled people are able to harbor that mentality. And we're talking like severe entitlement. But cultivating contentment with what you have already will bring you into balance, will make you not spend your precious money on retail therapy. Middle Christmas, 19th, 20th, 18th December, 15th December. You know what happens to you? You know what happens to you? You call it giving a gift to others. You don't care about giving a gift to others. Don't kid yourself. You don't care about giving any gift to anyone. It's a burden, a chore. What you're looking for is retail therapy. Consumerism. So when next time you complain about civilization, how it's all going to pot, and yeah, remember your own consumerism. And if you're a Westerner, then in the December period, remember that before you complain about how the politicians and the parasite and this and that. Yeah, you're the consumer. Now, obviously, all of this is, we all need to buy things. Sometimes something breaks and it is meant, there's something called planned obsolescence, whatever the name, the way is, where these corporations, they intentionally manufacture things in order for them to break so you can buy more. Nothing you can do about that. So you are forced to buy more. That's very different. I want you to leave things better than you found them. Your own things. Learn that with your own things first. Treat every time you relate to whatever it is you own, leave it better than you found it. All these habits will foster contentment within you, will inoculate you against the discontent of consumerism. It'll keep your spirit healthy and strong. And most of all, it'll keep you from chasing happiness by acquiring a man, acquisition, acquiring a man. What do you want a man for? Fun / entertainment. Acquiring happiness. Why do you want to be happy? Oh, I want to find relief from the pressures of life. That's what happiness is all about for most people. Right? So there's no need to invest your precious time, energy, and resources in all the things that will give you more of what you don't want in the first place. Use your own creative problem-solving ability and think it out. You will arrive at exactly the same conclusions. You will say, yeah, okay. You can even verify this stuff in real life. And you will say, okay, yeah, being present is a much better option. I'll tell you something. I haven't had a single apprentice, and I've had loads of them over the years, who has come to me convinced that they are content. Being present in each moment. Every single apprentice has to be sold for many, many months, sometimes years. It has to be really relentlessly sold the idea, the benefits of being present first. They have to be convinced first. They're not even deep down in their soul. They're not convinced. They'll do everything. They'll do the tasks and the exercises I give, and because they're an apprentice, and they'll do all of that. But they're not sold on the idea of being present initially. Not at all. Not at all. Why? Why am I being present? It's boring. Yes, exactly. 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 So it's a long journey ahead of you. And this is why this topic is very important. It's far more easy to just get your cocaine hit with a click of an Amazon button. Chase some happiness, whatever it is, go down the pub and drink yourself silly. It's much easier to do all this. It's much harder to cultivate your spirit and cultivate contentment in each moment by being present. Much harder. And the more you leave this, the harder it'll get later on for you. Because eventually you're gonna have to learn this. The other way is not sustainable. It's a crash course. Literally crash. You will crash. Either a disease will happen to you that will make you crash, or in some other way you will crash if you chase happiness constantly. So on that note, let me know in the comments what your journey has been so far, where you have stopped chasing happiness, you've realized some issue in your life, that you were chasing good feelings and happiness, and you started believing these Abrahams and Hickses and whatever their names are. They're all about good feeling, oh, feel good and all will be well, feel good and all. No, there's a lot more to life than that. These people, their teachings will produce cocaine junkies and very shallow people, completely out of touch with their true selves, with their luminosities and their capabilities. These people are into they're like manifesting, the billionaires club and all this utter nonsense. Oh, and by the way, the women viewers, stay away from gifting circles. Stay away from them. Really. There's no gifting happening there, and that circle is not a circle, it's a fucking trap. Just stay away from gifting circles. If you cannot trust me on that one, then go and trap yourself in one of these or two of these or three of these and watch what happens to your money each time. These are that kind of scam. It's a scam of the spirit. It'll scam your spirit. It's the worst kind of scam that these new age women especially have come up with. It's absolutely incredible. Anyway, stay away from gifting circles. You're better off empowering yourself by taking money in exchange for a viable product or service that you can offer. On that note, let me know your stories in the comments, how you have taken something in your life that you realized you were chasing happiness and you have accepted it and you have moved into acceptance instead, and into a sense of contentment with what you have instead. So if you have any stories like that, inspiring stories, share them in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Meanwhile, till next time, walk in freedom. Farewell.